Coming to you live from our Auckland Park studios, this is Prime News on SABC 3. Here are the top stories this evening.
President Ramaphosa offers his deep condolences to Ambassador Mthethwa's wife, Ms. Phylliswe Buthelezi, and the ambassador's extended family.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has expressed his sadness at the passing of South Africa's ambassador to France, Nathi Mthethwa, who died in Paris at the age of 58. SABC intelligence chief has revealed before the Mabuza Commission a chain of messages that illustrate the alleged intersection between criminal cartels and the political sphere through one common denominator, brown mokhotsi.
The following fuel prices will be effective on Wednesday, the 1st of October 2025.
And South African motorists will pay more for petrol but less for diesel at the pumps from midnight. It's a touch just after 8 o'clock. A very good evening to you. Welcome to Prime News on 3. My name is Paulette Nell. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We begin with this. The ANC says it is saddened by the news of the passing of Nathi Mthethwa, South Africa's ambassador to France. The party has also sent condolences to his family. South Africa's ambassador to France died in Paris. His body was found at the Hyatt Hotel, where, according to reports, he died from a fall from the 22nd floor of the hotel. Mthethwa served in multiple ministerial portfolios, including as Minister of Safety and Security between 2008 and 2009, Minister of Police between 2009 and May 2014, as Minister of Arts and Culture between May 2014 and May 2019, and also Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture between May 2019 and March 2023. He was appointed as Ambassador to France in December 2023. The ANC says Mthethwa played an important role in the organization.
President Ramaphosa offers his deep condolences to Ambassador Mthethwa's wife, Ms. Phylliswe Buthelezi, and the ambassador's extended family. The president extends his sympathies to the Ministry and Department of International Relations and Cooperation, and in particular officials in our embassy in Paris. The President's thoughts are also with the extensive network of partners and stakeholders, including the French Presidency and the Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs, with whom Ambassador Mthethwa had established a strong relationship since his diplomatic appointment in December 2023.
Besides being a head of mission on behalf of South Africa, a representative of the head of state in France, Nathi was a comrade to us, a senior to many of us who grew up in the youth movement. And many of us can attest to many things that helped us to understand why it was important to participate in the freedom struggle. And so we are really saddened. That's all I can say. That in the ANC, it leads the people of KwaZulu-Natal, Abantu Mthethwa, where he hails from. People are really in shock as we try to make sense.
All right, to this now, SABC Intelligence Chief Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo has revealed before the Mabuza Commission a chain of messages that illustrate the alleged intersection between criminal cartels and the political sphere through one common denominator, Brown Mokhotsi, an alleged associate of Police Minister Senzo Mchunu. This as the Commission continues to hear evidence from Khumalo, who charges that the answer to the alleged motive behind the disbandment of the Political Killing Task Team, or the PKTT, will be found in the alleged links drawn from the electronic communications.
A series of WhatsApp exchanges between alleged cartel member Vusimuzi Kat Matlala and Mokhotsi, an alleged associate of Mchunu, was laid bare before the Commission to demonstrate an alleged infiltration of the criminal justice system. Under the 6 themes, the chats reveal of the alleged use of IPID, payments to politicians, tender protection, the disbandment of the PKTT, links to senior crime intelligence and SABC members, and access to the minister.
The interpretation is an attempt to manipulate IP processes for the benefit of Kat Matlala, including the private discussion around how to make this case valid, the case that had to be dealt with by IPIT. And also in the conversation, Mr. Brown Mokhotsi seems to suggest that IPIT could be a breakthrough, as we have read some messages.
The messages, which allegedly show that Mokhotsi, a non-police member, has access to several classified documents of the South African Police Services, also reveals numerous instances where Mokhotsi seeks money from Matlala for flights, accommodation, and entertainment, to name a few, particularly through the messages of the 9th of January 2025, just a few days before the January 8th statement.
If you read this message together with the previous one, that was talking about the minister being the one who instigated that the Medicare 24 contract be investigated in a meeting. And then coming fast forward to this, where Mr. Matlala is showing some signs of losing hope that Mr. Mokhotsi will assist. There's been lots of attempts with the messages, even the roping in of the Chief of Staff to also escalate the matter.
The WhatsApp chain and subsequent payments paint a picture that Mokhotsi appeared to be a valuable connection to Matlala. However, did Mokhotsi have an association with Mchunu, or was he purporting to enjoy such proximity in a bid to secure the financial benefits that can flow from such an alleged relationship? The hearing continues. Kani Mapanga, SABC News, Pretoria.
The judgment into the contravention of the Firearms Act case against EFF leader Julius Malema and his former bodyguard Adrian Snyman has been rolled over to the third and final day for conclusion. Malema is accused of discharging a firearm which was allegedly handed to him by Snyman during the party's 5th anniversary celebrations in July 2018. The case was lodged by lobby group AfriForum. Presiding Magistrate Toinette Olivier has assured the accused that the judgment will be handed down tomorrow. More news after the break. Welcome back. Now on to this. The Mpumalanga Division of the High Court sitting in Bombela has ordered insurance company Alexandra Forbes not to pay out the 44.7 million rand pension payout to the sole beneficiary and wife of the late former Deputy President, Nonhlanhla Mnisi. The daughter to the late former Deputy President, David Mabuza, Tamara Silinda, approached the High Court on an urgent basis to stop Alexandra Forbes from paying out the money to Mnisi.
A courtroom filled to capacity, awaiting judgment on the late former Deputy President David Mabuza's investment money.
The second respondent is hereby interdicted and restrained from disinvesting, transferring, or paying out any portion of the Alexander Forbes Retirement Income Solution Living Annuity Fund registration number 1997/000-595/06 with investment portfolio AFRIS investment number RIS 04842LA of the late Mr. David Dabede Mabuza.
Silinda's attorney is pleased with the outcome.
We are very much happy with the outcome of today. So the money is not going anywhere.
Mabuza's little sister says she doubts sitting down as a family will solve anything.
I think the sitting down period has lapsed, actually. We are not going to sit down. The matter is in court now.
While on their relationship with their stepmother, Mabuza's daughter says they were never close.
Let's say it moves from west to anything worse than worse, yeah, because yes, but it wasn't in a bad way where we couldn't have spoken about anything.
Nhlanhla Jele, SABC News in Bombela, Mpumalanga.
In other news, South African motorists will have to dig deeper into their pockets as from midnight. The Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources has announced that the price of a litre of 93-octane petrol will increase by 1 cent, while 95-octane is set to increase by 8 cents per litre. However, diesel prices will decrease between 8 and 10 cents a litre, while illuminating paraffin will decrease by 15 cents a litre at retail level.
The Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources announcement on changes to fuel prices will see a slight rise in petrol, while diesel prices for October will come down. The department spokesperson Robert Make says the adjustments can be attributed to various factors during the period under review.
The following fuel prices will be effective on Wednesday, the 1st of October 2025. Petrol 93 octane will increase by 1 cent a litre. 95 octane will increase by 8 cents per litre. Diesel will decrease by 8 and 10 cents a litre. Illuminating paraffin at wholesale level will decrease by 11 cents a litre, and at retail level will decrease by 15 cents a litre.
This will be the second month of moderate fuel price adjustments, with some price reductions announced in the past few months.
The rand has been acting quite nicely recently, and that means that we can expect a reduction in the petrol price next month if the current level of the rand maintains itself.
Economists say a relatively stable currency and historically low international oil prices have ensured a degree of fuel price stability in 2025, with the hope being of a stronger rand to outpace higher oil prices in the coming months, bringing with it well-needed relief. SABC News in Johannesburg.
The South African Health Products Regulatory Authority says substandard and falsified medical products are one of the biggest threats to the health security and patient safety in the country and on the African continent. The World Health Organization estimates that substandard and falsified medical products have killed many people worldwide and cost the global health system about $30 billion annually. To combat this, South Africa has launched a comprehensive national action plan against fake medicine.
A gathering aimed at tackling life-threatening counterfeit medicinal products. Various stakeholders have joined forces to ensure improved medicinal safety and integrity. This as SAPRA confirmed that fake medicine is on the increase.
In 2021, we had about 130 reports of substandard falsified products. In 2022, about 297. In 2023, about 430. And as at, I think was around August, Daphne, about 507.
The World Health Organization says fake medicine is not just a dilemma for South Africa, but a growing threat to global health security.
They undermine public trust, compromise treatment outcomes, and place a huge burden on health systems, particularly in low and middle income countries like South Africa.
The health minister joined the event virtually and delivered the keynote address, highlighting that the National Action Plan comprises of a 3-step strategy: prevention, detection and response.
We reaffirm our commitment as the department to ensuring that every medicine, every vaccine and every health product available to our people is safe, effective and is to the highest degree of quality.
Furthermore, the stakeholders have also called on law enforcement to play an active part in this fight. They've also appealed on the NPA to prosecute those who violate the Medicines Act in the country. Patricia Fasahi, SABC News in Kempton Park.
Thank you for staying with us. To this now, Eskom has returned to profitability, but growing municipal debt remains a challenge. The power utility announced its full-year operational and financial performance in Johannesburg earlier today. Eskom posted a profit after tax of 16 billion rand, marking the company's first return to profitability since 2017.
Eskom's board chairperson Mteto Nyati attributes the positive results to a comprehensive turnaround strategy that they adopted, which has shown significant recovery in both operational and financial performance. Nyati details the challenges that the board was confronted with in the journey to profitability.
The first challenge that we found was the leadership instability across the organization. There was that.
Minister of Energy and Electricity Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa emphasizes the improved energy availability factor, which he says is consistently more than 60% compared to at the height of load shedding when it was around 48%.
We have excess generation capacity and we can use that as a fighting instrument to get the economy going. We are able to have conversations with the smelters because we are generating additional capacity.
Key drivers for the profit include a 12.74% standard tariff increase and a 14% reduction in primary energy costs. The utility says it achieved these cost savings through improved coal plant reliability and a reduced dependency on expensive open-cycle gas turbines, which led to diesel savings of 16.3 billion rand. Despite this turnaround, the utility still battles growing municipal debt. Area debt owed by municipalities increased by 27% from 74.4 billion rand recorded the previous year to 94.6 billion rand as of the 31st of March 2025. Diabosito, SABC News, Johannesburg.
And in your sports news this evening, Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has named a fairly settled team with just one change to the starting 15 for the Rugby Championship decider against Argentina at Twickenham in London on Saturday. Oxenchair is back in the #1 jersey in the only change to the starting team, while scrum half Grant Williams, centre Jesse Kriel and hooker Bongi Monambi are on the bench.
The Boks eventually ran riot against Argentina in Durban after a unique first half that was full of vexing decisions and plays.
We're all obviously chasing the perfect game, and last Saturday wasn't the perfect game. I mean, 60 minutes into the game. The game was actually in the balance, but I think the way the set phases go and the way the defense went, eventually guys could use the individual skills within the structure.
The Boks are chasing back-to-back rugby championship titles for the first time in their history and are managing the tight turnaround between the game in Durban and the game to come in London as best they can.
We only arrived on Monday, and last night we only did team announcement last night. We have a training session today and tomorrow, so no, this is definitely not our strongest team.
Support for South Africa is set to be red hot in London. But the Boks are not thinking about that because, as Ebenezabeth underlined, they still have much to accomplish.
We don't go in the week talking about how much support there will be for us or not for us. We just try to focus on the task at hand. Obviously, we know what's at stake, so we're going to put it into training sessions this week, and hopefully we get a great result this weekend.
The Springboks are expecting a backlash from Argentina this week. Reason enough for them to put the heroics of last Saturday out of their minds. Simon Burke, SABC News.
That concludes our time together this evening. Much gratitude for joining us. We now leave you in the capable hands of the weather desk for the latest in the temperature updates. Until next time, it's good night. God bless. Pula.
Good evening to you. Let's take a look at all your weather details now. That'll be for the next few days. Clear conditions expected in the Northern Cape, southwards in towards the Western Cape overnight. Partly cloudy skies expected through the central and southeastern coastline of South Africa in towards the northeast as well. Isolated showers along the escarpment on towards the eastern coast for KwaZulu-Natal as well. On towards tomorrow's forecast, we've got partly cloudy conditions for the Free State and northern parts of South Africa on towards that east coast, with isolated showers ahead of a cold front for the Western Cape, southwards along the Garden Route in towards the Eastern Cape, and partly cloudy skies making a return to the forecast in the Northern Cape. Be on the lookout tomorrow for damaging winds through the Northern Cape, southwards in towards parts of the Western and Eastern Cape. This could lead to fires, so please report them if they are spotted. Graafrenet dropping down to 5 degrees this evening, Cape Town down to 12, Gqeberha 14, Durban 16, Johannesburg 12, Messina dropping down to 15 degrees, warming up to 26 tomorrow. Johannesburg down to 25 as a maximum on Wednesday afternoon. Durban up to 24, Gqeberha 28, Cape Town up to just 19 on Wednesday. Beaufort West expecting to warm up to about 32. Be on the lookout for those wind speeds tomorrow in the southern areas of the Northern Cape. Ahead towards Thursday, it's looking like it's going to be a cold day for the Western Cape on that southern coastline as well in towards the Eastern Cape. That's all behind this cold front that starts to shift out of the picture on Thursday, leaving behind it partly cloudy skies and drops in temperature. Otherwise, warm conditions expected in the Northwest Province and parts of Limpopo, and sunny skies returning to the Northern Cape with warm temperatures on Thursday. That's it from me. Have a great evening ahead.